Hi, Beth. It's really nice to meet you today. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good tonight.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm really glad you're in here today. I do have to go over a few things before we get started. One is if you are imposing harm or on yourself or others, I will have to report that, as well as if you were a minor and you had signs of abuse. I'm a mandated reporter, so I will have to report that as well. Anything, we'll go over some confidentiality. Anything you say here is safe and secure with me and will not leave this room except for those two circumstances.
Okay.
We will have to go over the informed consent form that you filled out prior to this session. We'll just go over that real quick right now.
Okay.
I consent to video, audio recordings being made of mock counseling sessions and to these recordings being used to aid in the growth of counseling knowledge and skills. I consent to the excerpts from these recordings or descriptions of them being used by the Grand Canyon University faculty and staff for the purpose of supervision, research, and/or teaching. I understand that any part of a conversation that is recorded and/or written down will be kept confidential. I will not disclose any information that may identify me in the mock counseling session recordings. The information given will be fictional and I will use an alias. I understand that Zoom will be used to record counseling sessions and that Zoom meets both HIPAA and FERPA confidentiality standards. I understand that if the recording of the mock counseling session activates any suicidal ideation or other potentially harmful thoughts, I will reach out to a professional in my area immediately. Neither GCU, the college, nor the counseling student will be held accountable if I harm myself. Okay, by signing below, I attest that I have read, understand, and agree to the statements above as indicated for the mock counseling recording sessions as required in the counseling programs. If you just want to print, date, and sign. Okay, awesome. Now that that's out of the way, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I think the reason I came to you was I turned 60 this year and I just kind of want to get healthier.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Healthier for what reasons?
I think primarily weight loss,
Weight loss, okay.
Yeah. But I think, maybe healthy eating too would be.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are ways that you can be healthy?
Well, I think obviously it's diet and exercise. I think
Right.
It has to be a combination of both.
Okay,
And I just haven't seemed to have any willpower.
I agree. I mean, I know it's difficult. I know you have a job, a full-time job, which also, takes a lot of time out of your day. And then depending on what you do after work, if you're tired or whatever that may be,
Right.
Can impact, the time of the day that you can exercise. What does a typical day for you look like?
I have a very demanding job at work. I manage a medical practice.
Okay.
I can work anywhere from 10 to 11 and a half hours a day. My
Wow.
commute is 30 minutes each way. So I feel like kind of all I do is wake up in the morning, get ready, go to work, come home. I am always tired.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable.
I think too, because of my age, I never get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
So I feel like I get 2 naps in.
2 naps. Can you explain that a little bit more?
I don't ever sleep through the night. Again, I
Okay.
think it's because of my age. I always have to get up and use the restroom.
Okay.
I've tried, not having any liquid past 7 o'clock, not having any liquid past 8 o'clock, and it just doesn't matter. I just have a weak bladder and I have to get up. So
Okay.
I feel like I have 2 naps and then I go full speed ahead all day long. So when I come home, I'm exhausted.
Right.
So I don't right now have the willpower to do a whole lot when I get home.
Okay.
I just don't.
That makes sense. It's understandable. Now, what are other ways to lose weight? I know we talked about that a little bit at the beginning, but what are ways that you can lose weight? If we want to go over that again.
Well, I think eating healthy. And my obstacle, I think, with that is I have a husband who loves to cook.
Okay.
He loves to cook. He's kind of likes meat and potatoes kind of person. So he likes to serve full meals. And actually, a couple weeks ago, I said to him, maybe we don't have to have a full meal every night of the week.
Right.
Maybe have a snack instead.
And how did he react? What did he say?
Yeah, he said he thought it'd be a good idea, especially since it's kind of spring and summer. And, it's, I don't know, don't want to eat as heavy. You don't need all that comfort food like you do in the winter kind of a thing. And
right.
so that's
More
one
healthy.
thing that I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying, you can eat healthy, you can exercise, right, to lose weight. Although you feel like you're tired and drained after work, which all makes sense. Is there any other, possibilities of like, you said diet, what about like sodas or, the amount of alcohol or anything like that?
Yeah, I would agree to both of those.
Okay.
I've never been a coffee drinker, but my caffeine is Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
And again, I know that's not very good for me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, consume those types of things, but they may as well exercise or, eat a little bit healthier. So what do you eat in the, like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner typically?
For breakfast, I'll either have like a couple little sausage muffins that come out of the freezer because it's quick and handy.
Okay.
Or one of those little breakfast burritos. A lot of times at work, I try to take a bag of salad. And again, for dinner, I have that full meal deal.
Right.
Typically.
So it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you're eating, not unhealthy for these meals. It's just, or can you explain that a little bit more? Do you think that it's unhealthy, or do you think that what you eat is healthy, or could it be changed?
I think it could be a lot better.
It could be a lot better.
I don't think I'm a snacker. I'm
Okay,
not big
that's
on
good.
like sweets. But all people at work, they like to order from a food truck once a week, and that can be anything from a burger to a gyro to chicken tenders. And I guess part of my thing is willpower or lack
Right.
of,
That's what my next question was actually going to be. Do you ever say like no to eating certain types of things, or do you give into it, or how do you find that balance of saying, what, I don't want that? Does that ever come up in your life?
Yeah, I can say no.
Okay.
I think it's when I'm more prepared and like have something at work to eat. Which again don't always have that because I run out first thing in the morning.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about goals here in a minute. Have you thought about like a long-term goal to think about? I know you want to lose weight. Have you thought about a long-term goal that could help with this, problem that you're having?
Well, I guess I don't know what would be realistic for a 60-year-old female.
Okay.
I'd love to lose 15 pounds.
15 pounds.
So I don't know what might be a realistic time frame to lose 15 pounds, but I think for me that might be a starting point.
Right. Well, we're going to do a brainstorming activity here. We're going to use these Post-it notes.
Okay.
If we want to first, if you want to write down, I'll just put long-term goal, and you can go ahead and write your long-term goal. So you're saying 15 pounds. And when do you think is a realistic, attainable, amount of weight? You said 15. By what date? And if you don't know, I can kind of help you out, and we can think about, per week or per.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I need help with.
Okay.
And again, I'm 60.
Right.
And overweight. So I don't know how quickly it could come off with increasing exercise. That's what I need help with.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm here for. I think, it's going to take a lot of effort and time to do this, but I think if you really put your mind to it, I think you can do it. And do you think an attainable goal would be like 1 pound per week at this point? And then we can work our way up, by August 15th, if you've lost those 15 pounds, and we work on, maybe 2 pounds a week.
I think I
prior-
could, I
or-
think that that's something I could start with.
You do? Okay.
I think so.
All right.
I mean, I would give it my all.
Okay. So 15 pounds by August 15th. So that's 15 weeks away. So that'd be 1 pound per week. And this is something you think you can do?
I think I can.
Okay. And we'll help you out. What we're going to do here is we're going to kind of stick this at the top right here.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to write specific kind of short-term goals that you can do on a daily basis, or however the goal works to reach this long-term goal. So that way it's out here ready for you to see. You can move them around if you need to,
Okay.
and they'll be, you're writing them out, we can visually see them. So what we're going to do is write down one goal and then some steps of how to achieve that, right?
Okay.
So for example, I think maybe for you, meal planning.
Yeah.
Is that,
no, that would help a lot.
so I know you say you run out in the mornings because you're rushed, or whatever it is, you have enough time to kind of get ready, kind of grab something and then head out, right?
Right.
Is that right? Okay. So you say that in the morning, but what about doing it at night, right? When you get home from work?
You mean prepare lunch for the next day?
Yeah.
I could,
Or
I could try-
breakfast,
I could try
set it
that.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to, here, you can write this one out. So you can write meal planning, night before work days.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll stick this right here. And then underneath this short-term kind of goal, we're going to write steps of how you can achieve this. Okay.
Okay.
So what steps do you think could help you meal plan at night before your work days?
I think for me, I'd have to do it literally when I came home, the first thing when I get home.
Okay.
And
So why
not
don't you write
do
that
it
down
later in the night.
first step?
So immediately upon getting home.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to write all these steps out, and then we can kind of go through them and place them in order we think is appropriate. Okay. So we'll put this one over here under this short-term goal. What do you think is another step that you can take?
Well, I think I have to exercise more.
Okay. So that's perfect. We'll do that as another kind of short-term goal to help you accomplish this long-term goal. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So you can write that down, and then we'll head back to the meal planning short-term goal.
Okay. Well, I think too, with meal planning is having healthy choices in the
Exactly.
refrigerator, or healthy choices.
Exactly. Available during your work days or work weeks. I think you're doing great so far. And correct me or yourself if you don't think that these are, goals that are attainable, because we want to set you up for success, right? That's it's our main goal. So,
Okay.
okay, so we got meal planning, night before work days. Our steps are going to be to come home and immediately start meal planning or putting, together your meals for the next day.
Sure.
Another step is going to have those healthy choices available. Let's think at least of one more step that we can do to help reach this goal we have from meal planning the night before. So can you think of anything else?
No, I don't think I can. I think I have to have the healthy choices available and get it ready right away, because otherwise it's not going to happen.
Okay. Okay.
That's all
Well,
I
those
can
are good
think of.
for now. We can always come back and add if we need to.
Okay.
Now for this kind of short-term goal is to exercise more, right? Can you kind of tell me a little bit more about what more means to you?
Well, anything would be more, I would say.
Okay.
Actually, on weekends, it's like Saturday and Sunday, if I get like 8,000 or 9,000 steps in, that's a good thing. But during the week, well, I don't have a Fitbit or anything, and I
Okay.
don't always have my phone with me.
Right.
So like on weekends, I always try to have it in my pocket so I know I'm tracking my steps.
Right.
During the workday, I sit at the desk.
Mhm.
I get up and walk around the clinic, but I don't have my
Right.
phone, so I really don't track that. So I don't know if, couple adding in couple days a week,
Okay.
doing something at night.
Okay. So you're saying a couple days a week of exercise, which I think at this point is reasonable for you, since it seems like not doing much exercise right now. So anything could be helpful, right?
Right. I'm saying couple nights during the week because I feel like I do get moving around on
Okay.
weekends.
On the weekends. Okay.
And more, as silly as this sounds, I'll even go to Target or the grocery store just to walk up and down the lanes,
Mhm.
because it kind of forces you to
Right.
walk. Now
Right.
that it's nicer weather, maybe I'll walk more outside.
Okay.
I don't know.
So right there, I think that you have a start if you just said to walk outside, right? Especially because it's getting nicer weather out. I think that's a good start for you. At least one of those days that you work out during those 5 days work week. I think one of those days you can start to, depending on where you live, walk around the block, walk to a park and back, just to get those steps in to try and create a habit, right? Because the more you do things, the more they become part of your routine. So, and then the habits will form from there. So for exercising more, let's kind of clarify that. I can help you. So exercise more, meaning we're going to start out right now for 2 days per work week, right?
Okay.
Okay. So now we just said one of those steps to accomplish this. Can you tell me what that is? A step to accomplish the 2 days per week, or 2 days of exercise per work week.
I think again, it's gonna have to be coming home from work,
Okay.
doing my meal planning, and then going like right away.
Okay.
'Cause
So, I mean, that could definitely be a step. So, work exercise immediately after you meal plan.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that's a really good one. So we have that step. Another step to change this exercising more. I think, what do you think for this one? You kind of said it during what we were talking about. I think that, a step towards that would be to take a walk, after you meal plan, you go out, you get your exercise done. It doesn't have to be long, but just starting this kind of routine and to, do more than what you do right now. Right.
Right.
So I would say, take a 20 to 30-minute walk. Is that something that you can do? Do you have enough time when you come home from work for that? Or do you think it needs to be shorter?
I'm thinking 20 minutes tops.
Okay. There you go.
That would be my starting point anyway.
Yeah. That seems good.
Now, unfortunately, I have a plantar's fasciitis that flares up every now and then. That's, it's painful
Mhm.
to even walk around the house, so let alone go anywhere else,
Right.
and I just never know when it's going to come, but I literally hobble.
I'm sorry.
I do exercises for that,
Okay.
to try to not
So I think,
have it so bad.
right. So I think tackling that is good by you exercising and trying to kind of solve that issue that you have within this, trying to lose some weight, but it's kind of hard to actually exercise when it flares
Right.
up.
So by exercise on my foot, I mean, it's a sitting down, pulling.
Right.
Okay. it's
But
not-
you're trying to, kind of fix that, right?
Yes, I am.
So if you were to fix that, you could then exercise more without it being a little like painful.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's
Let's think of another step here. So, at least how often do you think that your foot injury happens?
it can be 3 to 4 times a week,
Okay.
different levels of severity.
Mhm.
Um,
So I know this may kind of hinder this, but you only have to right now, a step is to do 2 days per week, right? So it happens
Right.
3 to 4. You have that other 2 days to fill in to get your exercise in, right? So I don't know if there's signs of it that happen before it's going to happen, or if you feel it coming on, you're like, oh, maybe this isn't going to be the day that I work out, right? So kind of I think a step could be like being aware of your body and your foot and how you feel that day to kind of prepare if this is going to be the day that you're going to do the exercise or not.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to write that down. Okay. Do you think anything else, any steps should be included for the 2 days per work week of exercising? So far, we have workout right after meal plan. The workout, the exercise that you're going to do is going to be 20 minutes for those 2 days.
Mhm.
And awareness of, your plantar fasciitis. Do you think there's any more steps that could help you achieve exercising more?
I think this is a good start.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else.
Anything else? Okay. Well, that is a good start. And like I said, we can come back after this and kind of go through everything and see if we want to add anything else to these goals and steps. Let's think of one more goal that can help us or help, us together achieve our long-term goal, 15 pounds by August 15th. What's another short-term goal that can help you reach that? Besides meal planning, exercising, what's another goal? It could be anywhere from, specifically the diet that you have currently. I know we're going to kind of include that into our meal planning. So I think that could be a goal as well to, incorporate into the meal planning so that when you're meal planning with healthy options.
And I think maybe portion control too.
Okay. Yeah. So let's just do, how does healthy, appropriate food choices? And you can add in there, that could be a step for us, is to do portions, regulate your portions, be mindful of them. Okay. So healthy options for food choices. Now, what are steps that we can take in order to achieve this?
More, having more fruits and vegetables than starches, or,
Okay. It's a great one.
And again, I think with spring and summer coming, I think of, fresh vegetables more often.
I would definitely agree. I love eating fruits and vegetables in the, the nicer weather.
Right. Vegetables than, I don't know, than, heavy starch or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
Yep. You could even just say more fruits and vegetables if that
Yeah,
works.
let's just do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So eating more fruits and vegetables. Love that idea. Another step to achieve the healthy option food choices. Do you have an idea?
I do have an idea.
Okay.
And again, it's like timing because it's spring and summer. I like iced tea a lot
Okay.
and substitute iced tea for soda.
There you go. It's a great idea. Okay. Now, do you go to the grocery store for yourself or does someone else?
Yeah, I don't go to the grocery store very
Okay.
often. My husband goes.
Do you think that if you went, how would that be different?
Well, I think I would have more healthy choices
Okay.
if I bought more fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
And
So
it's not like he's a bad shopper or meal preparer, but again, he likes the full meal deal. And
3-course meal.
right.
Okay. So I think another, I know you mentioned up here, but kind of being aware of portion size, I think can also help you, with that as well. And if you want to put that on the same note as the maybe going to the grocery store for yourself
Mhm. Or maybe together or something.
or together. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So healthy options, more fruits and vegetables, substitute iced tea for soda. These are great. Going to the grocery store with, your husband or alone, I think could really help with, the items that you are purchasing. Is there any more steps that we want to put down to kind of reach this goal we have?
I kind of think this is a good start.
It's a good start. Okay.
Any more might be a little overwhelming to
Okay.
me.
Totally. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I can understand that. Because this is going to be a change for you, right? And your,
Oh, yeah.
your day-to-day routine and, so I think we do have a good start here. And these can always change. They're just steps that are here for you that can help you. And, next sessions we can go over them and, just kind of see what's working, what's not, and go from there. So let's just quickly go over meal planning the night before work days. So you're going to do this by immediately when you get home, and you're going to have healthy choices available. Excuse me. Another goal we have to achieve your long-term goal is exercising more. And specifically, you said 2 days per work week is going to be what's going to be best for you right now. And to do that, you're gonna exercise right after your meal plan so that you get it out of the way. You're not tempted to do anything else, right?
Right.
And for these exercises, whether that be a walk, in the neighborhood, a treadmill, you doing certain exercises, even from like a YouTube video or whatever it is, it's going to be 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. And then just awareness of your plantar fasciitis so that, if you think it's going to happen or you kind of, feel it coming on, you can kind of work around that and say, I'm not going to work out that day. This is for the good of my own body. Right.
Okay.
Okay. And then healthy options for food choices and within that portion control. And you say steps is going to be eating more fruits and vegetables rather than like carbs or, sweets, an overload of anything else, which will come in with the portion control. You say substitute iced tea for soda, which I think is a really good idea. And what's this one?
Well, grocery shop.
Oh, grocery shopping.
Either alone or with my husband.
Either alone or with him. Yeah. To kind of give your say and you choose what you want, whether he wants that or not, you can make that decision. And just being aware of the portion control. Now, how are you feeling after we've laid out your long-term goal and your short-term goals and the steps to
Well, it's kind
achieve
of
it.
nice to see it, laid out like that, because
Mhm.
otherwise your brain just kind of thinks of everything and
Yeah,
doesn't really
have a
mean-
plan, right?
Right.
So here we have, the steps that you can have, and we'll keep these here. You can take them to kind of remind yourself of what you can do on a daily basis to achieve this goal.
I think that'll help to have the written reminders.
Okay. I definitely agree. I really like this. It lays it out for you, and you're writing it down. It's you can change it. So thanks for doing that with me. I do want to pick out 2 goals that I'm going to check in with you in between our or check in your progress in between our sessions.
Okay.
So did you want to do the meal planning, exercising more, or finding those healthy options? You can choose 1 or 2.
I think exercising more.
Okay. Exercising more. So 20 minutes, you're going to work out right after. I mean, you can start these if you want to meal plan, and then just awareness of your body and how you're feeling and your plantar fasciitis. Does that sound good? Okay.
That'd be good.
So I'll check in with you at our next session and see your progress. How does that sound?
I think good.
Okay. I do want to let you know that session is going to end soon. But before we do end, how ready are you to kind of accomplish this goal?
I think I'm finally ready. Like I said, I turned 60 and I need to get it in gear. So
Okay.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I am ready. I think.
Okay. I would definitely agree. I think you have the motivation, the intelligence, and the courage to do this and to get through it. I think with the steps that we have laid out right now is going to help you start the goal. And if we need to add more, we can always, or if we need to change anything, I think that'll help. But I do think it seems like you're ready to make this change and accomplish these goals. So with that said, can you commit to this?
I can.
Okay. And now what specifically are you committing to?
Well, I'm committing to, the long-term goal of,
Mhm.
of losing. My goal is the 15 pounds in 15 weeks.
Mhm.
And I think I'm committing to the exercising at least twice during the Monday through Friday work week.
Mhm.
And even if it's just a 20-minute walk around the neighborhood,
Mhm.
I think I will do that. I can
Okay.
commit to that for sure.
I think you're ready. And I think you can do this. And if you're committed, I think we can, put this into action and get you on your way to achieve your long-term goal. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, it was really nice meeting you. And I look forward to seeing your progress with the exercising goal to accomplish that long-term goal. I think you're ready for it. And it was really nice to meet you and get to chat with you more. And I'm looking forward to next session.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.